So over the last kind of few months, I'm sure some of you and many of your colleagues across the UK have taken part in this year's SFG20 State of Facilities Management Survey. Now, it's been absolutely fascinating getting results in. And what we discovered is that 70% of facilities managers don't really understand their compliance responsibilities. And 43% of organisations said they actually thought they had less than 75% accuracy in their asset registers. Now, to us, this probably isn't a biggest surprise because our product director, Paul, will often state actually 80% is seen as an industry good. However, often we do see these asset registers come over and they're not in the best of conditions. For example, we've even seen oxygen based down as an actual asset on an asset register, which, really isn't ideal. But the real challenge with you guys having those challenges with your asset registers and also not quite understanding what your compliance responsibilities are is that actually this is the real challenge is that there's over 1,000 legislation updates each year. So it just makes it so difficult for you to understand what are you actually maintaining and what needs to be done and when. So this is where SFG20 comes in. SFG20 is the industry standard for building maintenance specification. And over the past 35 years, we've helped organisations keep their buildings safe, compliant and running efficiently. We were established in 1990 by BESA, the Building Engineering Association, and in response for a need for standardised approach to building maintenance. And today our platform offers over 1,000 maintenance schedules. Each one details what tasks need to be carried out, by whom and how often. These are created and continuously updated by our in-house team of technical authors, ensuring they reflect the latest legislation, regulations and best practice. And when our schedules are updated, you are automatically notified too and given a side-by-side view of what's changed. So you can implement updates when it suits you. No more time-consuming research required on your side. And you know what? Those well-maintained assets means that they're going to last longer. So the SFG20 doesn't just save you time and effort, it actually saves you downtime and helps you reduce your compliance risks too. So how do you actually access the standard? Well, there is only one way to access the standard, and that is through Facilities IQ. So what I'm going to do now is show you a brief overview of how that platform actually works.
Facilities IQ is the only way to access the latest version of the SFG20 industry standard, but it is more than just access to the standard. Let's run through some of the key features of the software, starting with Smart Search, which you will find on the Home tab. The search function offers various options for you to get the results you are looking for. Search by keywords, Uniclass, SFG20 or NRM codes. You can even search for legislation, such as the Building Safety Act, which will show you all of the schedules that reference the Building Safety Act. It has never been easier to find what SFG20 guidance you need. If we click on one of the schedules, you can tailor it, allowing you to add your own knowledge of the assets. You can change the maintenance required based on factors such as the age of the asset to avoid over or under maintaining your buildings. You can tailor content by adding custom introductions, amending task duration and frequencies. You can even remove tasks that aren't relevant for your asset and add specific notes for engineers to help them locate the asset and specific parts. Within Facilities IQ, you can organise all of the schedules you need through maintenance regimes. You can arrange regimes by specific factors such as budget, location, contract or building. Now you have customised your maintenance regimes, you may want to share it with internal or external stakeholders, such as your contractors. You can create secure sharing links by finding your way to the Sharing Links tab in the left-hand menu. Simply add the email address of the person that you're sharing the regime with, the level of access you want your contact to have, and how long they will need access for. This will help you improve collaboration and communication both internally and externally, and ensure that all parties are able to work with the latest, compliant SFG20 standard, which changes every month. You can keep track of any changes in the Actions tab. The Actions area acts as a to-do list that provides you with reminders of work that needs your attention. This can be found in the left-hand menu. The SFG20 standard changes every month to keep up with the latest changes to primary and secondary legislation and industry best practice. When schedules are updated, you will need to confirm the update within your maintenance regime. If a schedule you use has updates, you will see two buttons, Confirm and Schedule. Click Schedule to view the update and Confirm to update the schedule to the latest version within your maintenance regimes. If you have tailored any schedules, this will go through the same process. The core schedule will be updated, but you won't have to retailor again. Facilities IQ is not a CAFM, CMMS or IWMS, but it does integrate with these FM systems through an API key so that you can use the SFG20 standard to build out your maintenance plans without any friction. We have an integration partnership with a growing number of FM software providers. Check out if we are partnered with your provider on the SFG20 website. Want to learn more about Facilities IQ? Request a software demo with one of our experts to see the product in action and get your questions answered.
So, as Liam mentioned in that video, integrating your CAFM just couldn't be simpler. And we're really lucky today to be joined by Trackplan, and both Charlie and Mark will now introduce themselves and actually discuss with you how easy it is for you to connect Trackplan and SFG20. So over to you guys.
Great, thanks for that, Jess. So hi everyone, it's Charlie here, Head of Growth at Trackplan FM, and a quick intro to myself. So I look after the marketing and the sales here in the UK, and my background is actually in maintenance management for a hospitality chain where I introduced Trackplan. And joining me today, we also have Mark, the CEO and founder of Trackplan FM. Mark, if you want to do a bit of an intro.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Mark Cochrane. I started the company Trackplan in 2015, and I am still the CEO of Trackplan. I believe our software is a very good fit for the SFG20 platform, and it has been a real pleasure working with SFG20 thus far. I've always been a product person, and I value the quality of software and the value it can bring to our customers. We are often told that we provide strong support and service to our clients. We also have a strong development team of 6 people and a dedicated hosting and cybersecurity team with our parent company, Demo Maint. So that's enough from me for now, but I'm going to pass back to Charlie.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Mark. So a bit more information about us for those that don't know about Trackplan. So at Trackplan, we provide a modern, easy to use, cloud-based facilities management software with mobile apps, which won awards such as the best ease of use by Capterra in 2024 within the facilities and maintenance management software categories. So we have the core functionality in the main application, which can be used to manage the likes of reactive, planned maintenance, contractors, documentation, projects, assets, and more. And then for FM providers, we also have specific features such as client portals, a client contracts area, and a sales quote generator, and much, much more as well. And then in addition to the main application, we've got the mobile apps. So we've got mobile apps for people to raise requests. So that could be internal members of staff, or that could be potential clients. We've also got mobile apps for the more internal, operational, and sort of management teams as well. So they can view, raise jobs on the go, view sort of assets, carry out inspections and audits, for example. And then we've got mobile apps for internal engineers as well, and technicians. So using the mobile apps, they can complete jobs down, it can track time, associate costs and associate parts and inventory sort of items to the jobs as well. And then finally, we have what's called a contractor portal. So this is more geared towards external contractors or subcontractors. And here you can provide access where they can log in and they can upload documentation, upload quotes, submit invoices, and complete jobs down in real time as well. So all of that's just going to update the main application. You know, you're not having to send 20, 30 or so emails, or a multitude of emails back and forth. And then at Trackplan, we have got clients in multiple different industries, such as Keys Group, with over 450 care centres in the healthcare industry, to Peacocks and Bon Marsh, with 400 plus retail stores, to clients in the higher educational sector, such as Middlesbrough College, New College Durham, and then facility providers themselves, such as Simply Solutions and Aramark, who are one of the biggest property managers in plus many, many more in different industries. So the system itself is geared to both those who are looking to manage their own buildings and facilities, but it's also good for those who are looking to manage those on behalf of others, such as service providers. So what are the benefits? Well, the benefits really of Trackplan is, number one, will hopefully save you some time. So you can automate a lot of the timely workflows, such as raising jobs, instructing contractors or internal engineers, automated updates to people who have raised and flagged work orders. And also the system can also chase contractors on your behalf as well if anything becomes overdue, either reactive or of a planned nature. Hopefully, we can also reduce some of your risk. So because we provide one central system where you can store all of your compliance documentation, and then in addition to that, we have alerts for things that are overdue or upcoming. And then we've got reports and dashboards which can provide real-time visibility of your compliance. Hopefully as well, we can improve your service. So because we've got the mobile apps for customers or requesters to raise flag issues, we've got customer portals, and we've also got those real-time updates at key job stages, which are automatically going to update any members of staff or customers throughout the job progress. And then finally, hopefully we can save you a bit of money along the way. So if you're using Trackplan, you can start to get granular with the data within, so you can make more informed decisions on the likes of repair or replacement of assets. You can track budgets, you can allocate engineers more effectively, and you can also hold contractors more accountable as to SLAs, which you may have in place as you can track and manage KPIs within the system as well. So that's a bit about Trackplan. So now I want to talk a bit more about the integration that we have with SFG20. So first of all, you would need a license for Facilities IQ, and you would also need a license for Trackplan. So the idea is first is you would create your regimes within Facilities IQ, adding in the relevant plan schedules to these regimes. And then once done, you would then input your sharing tokens into Trackplan, so you can sync the two systems together. And then once you've created and you've synced the two systems, this is where it would pull through all of those plan schedules into Trackplan, enabling you to access those library of maintenance schedules which you have chosen. And then now we've got all of the plan schedules all loaded into Trackplan. You can then start to allocate your sites or your locations, particular areas within a building, or your assets, dependent upon the plan schedules. So once you've done that, we've allocated our sites, locations, or an assets, you would then input the next due date. And we've also got templates which you can provide to support this, to upload sort of your due dates in bulk. And then this only needs to be done once, okay? So what will then start to happen is that the system will start to generate the jobs on a cyclical basis, and it can instruct contractors automatically, or you can use the drag and drop calendars that we have within the system to allocate. Once, okay, perfect. So once the system can then start to generate all of the jobs on a cyclical basis. So it can instruct contractors for you. It can instruct engineers, or you can use the drag and drop calendars that we have. And then the system can even remind contractors or engineers when things are upcoming or may have become overdue. And then likewise, it can remind the relevant people internally of anything that may be coming or anything that's overdue. So hopefully you don't miss a thing. And then for engineers and other members of the operational teams, we have the mobile apps. So these can be used to send down and view the jobs for internal technicians. And then at the point the job is raised, it can automatically attach the associated checklist with the SFG20 tasks and link the assets where relevant if we've set it up in that way. So all of this, what we'll do is create a job, it'll link those SFG20 tasks, and this will all be linked to the job that has been created. So now it can be completed down using the apps. And then the forms and checklists with the SFG20 tasks can also be edited if needed to, and they can also be made mandatory in order to complete a job down via the apps. And then if there's any issues whilst carrying out the checks or tasks, jobs can be raised immediately, or alerts can be sent to the relevant person for review or action. And this checklist then is automatically saved against that particular PPM job. And then for external contractors, we've got the contracts portal. So they'll be able to log in, they can view these checklists or tasks that have been sent down with the job using this contract portal. And then they can even use this portal if you wanted to digitally complete these checklists if required. Or the checklists can just be attached to the instruction emails containing all of the job information that are sent to the contractors. So what are the benefits of Trackplan and SFG20? So number one, hopefully we can retain control of your compliance. So integrating with Trackplan allows you to practically use the SFG20 schedules for improved visibility of your compliance. Hopefully, we can also help you stay up to date with the latest standards, because these schedules are constantly being updated within Facilities IQ that you can choose to implement within Trackplan. Hopefully as well, we can also improve your efficiency. So having that library of pre-built maintenance schedules to choose from already imported into Trackplan with those associated checklists and tasks, rather than having to create them from scratch or spending hours trying to keep on top of the latest legislation. Then couple this with all of the automations and features Trackplan has to offer, such as the alerts for anything that might become overdue, or being able to carry out checklists on the mobile apps and raise jobs straight away from these failures to hopefully speed up resolution time for some of these planned maintenance issues. And then hopefully we can help standardize your PPMs. So because you've got everybody working off the same checklist for consistent standards in line with the current legislation, which can easily be tracked. You also have the ability to modify and update these schedules and these checklists, by the way, once they have been imported into Trackplan. And finally, it gives you the ability to track and manage costs. So you can associate costs and sales values for the FM providers to these planned schedules and track these in line with budgets that are set within the system. And that's it. So hopefully this gives you a bit more of an idea about Trackplan and how the integration works with SFG20